Lessons from nature. A single leaf falls gently to the ground, floating in the morning breeze. You see the way the water flows, calmly, never rushing. It goes around rocks, over obstacles, but never stops. In nature, everything moves with purpose. The birds sing, the trees stretch tall, and the animals go about their days. Each has its rhythm, its place, and so do we. Sometimes we face storms in our lives, big scary storms. We may feel like we're being pushed down, twisted, or even broken. But the trees teach us something. They stand tall, their roots deep in the ground, even when the wind howls. Just like the trees, we have our own roots. These roots may be the people who love us, our values, or the things that keep us grounded. Even in the hardest times when life feels heavy, we need to remember what keeps us steady. Look at this little plant. It grows where it shouldn't. It's in the middle of a crack in the sidewalk, a place where life is hard, but somehow it finds a way to grow. It reminds us that even in the hardest places, we can find a way to grow. No matter what obstacles come our way, we have the power to rise above them, just like this little plant. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Rivers carve through mountains, one drop at a time. At first, the river seems weak. A single drop of water can't do much. But together, those drops create force. Together, they change the world. When we work together with others, when we take small actions every day, we can move mountains too. One step may seem too small, but when we keep moving forward, one day we'll look back and see the path we've made. As the sun sets, it reminds us that every day comes to an end, but a new one always begins. Just like the seasons change, we go through times of growth, rest, and renewal. Every ending is just the beginning of something new. When things are tough, when we feel lost, we need to trust that, like nature, we too will go through seasons. Sometimes we need rest. Sometimes we need growth. And sometimes we need to bloom again, even when we don't feel ready. The flowers in the field bloom at their own time. No flower rushes to bloom faster than the others. They grow at their own pace, knowing that when the time is right, they will bloom. We don't have to rush our lives. Everyone blooms at their own time. Life isn't a race. The flowers teach us that it's okay to take our time, to grow at our own pace, and to trust that we will bloom when we are ready. The deer walks calmly through the forest, always aware of its surroundings but never hurried. It moves with grace, knowing that everything it needs is right around it. Sometimes we get so caught up in the noise of the world that we forget to be present. Nature shows us that peace comes from being still, being mindful, and understanding that we are part of something bigger. The wind blows gently through the trees. It doesn't force its way, but simply moves, finding the path it's meant to take. It teaches us that sometimes we don't have to fight to get where we need to go. Life will guide us if we let it. Sometimes we need to let go of what holds us back, just like the leaves that fall from the trees. We don't always need to control everything. By letting go, we can move forward with ease, trusting that life has its own plan for us. Look at the rabbit, hopping from one place to another, carefree. It doesn't worry about tomorrow, it enjoys the moment. Nature teaches us to live in the present, to enjoy the little moments, to be grateful for where we are right now. Life is full of ups and downs, but it's these moments, small, simple, and beautiful, that make it worth living. And when night falls, the moon rises. No matter how dark it gets, the moon shines, steady and constant. It reminds us that even in our darkest times, we can still find light. We just have to look for it. Nature is full of lessons if we take the time to look. It shows us that we are strong, we are resilient, and we are capable of finding beauty in the hardest moments. Just like nature, we too have our seasons, our storms, and our moments of growth. Remember, you are a part of this vast world. You are just as strong, just as capable, and just as worthy of growth as the trees, the rivers, and the flowers.